No, it's a funny, the giggling at the end of the piece is perfect. Sarah, is my live stream working at this point?
We can start it, we just have to press go.
Oh, we have to just press go?
Yeah, it's not officially live, but it could go whenever.
Anytime you want, we just have to press go live and it's gonna be
Let's
live.
go ahead and press go live to make sure it's good.
Well, it is, they're gonna be on, it's gonna be on.
It's okay. It's alright, there's
Can we
nothing.
press it from here?
Or,
Either way.
Oh, I did it.
There's always a little delay, which is natural, but it's on now.
okay, got it.
You wanna start the next one while she's doing her tech
Sorry,
things?
it's
No, you're
fine.
fine.
Let me just see if is this your, is this in the lab or
What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go off air and come back on,
Okay.
cause it's frozen there too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's working, or it was working.
I'm gonna temporarily
So
go
it
off.
died according to
Okay.
40?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, now we're on.
Cool.
Oh, I'm holding that.
And then 2, 3, 4. It's okay. And then a fermata rest, and then. Good. Wonderful. So let's try this from measure. From measure 13.
Yeah.
Sarah, will you scream at
Yes.
me when it's 2 minutes till?
Yes, of course. Do you want to admit people into the Zoom as they
No, they can
Okay.
hang on. 13 top of the page. Here we go. So 2 and 3 and.
was actually kind of clarinet-y.
Yes,
Like,
and
instrument.
I think the hardest. I told her that to occur in the same part. I understood like what that really. If you have it on the and of a beat that everyone's seeing. So I think there's a lot that needs to be notation-wise in this. We probably.
It works for
Yeah.
for each other.
Great. Wonderful. Well, hopefully she'll be pleased with some of the things that are happening.
So then next we have, who's that? Great development.
Yay! Wonderful. Should we do, oh gosh, Nora's.
What does that mean?
It's a great question. Transform chaos and confusion. Absolutely.
We will. Well,
Deep da, deep da, deep da.
These brackets are like before D.
Ah, I'm sorry. Which one is the more important line to listen to?
Got it.
It's a great question, though. It was not a point of ridicule in class, but everyone was like, what's the H thing?
I don't have those in mine.
Oh,
Maybe the
that's fine.
transposing score it didn't go through.
Mine says transposing score.
Mine also
which
says
is
transposing
Oh.
score.
giving me some agita, but
Do you
it's
start
the,
at
it's the
on
last
a
measure
F
of
sharp?
that
Please say
page.
yes.
I do start on the
That's
F
great.
sharp.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
just.
triple forte on the next page. You'll see it. That's your box. Yep.
Interesting that they
And
didn't
that's the
scroll
only
through.
time
but-
it happens. Or no, it happens again.
It
but
happens 39.
I have an extra. I have my iPad and an extra copy if you want to read off of either of those. By the way, Mara.
I have the
And
most
an
recent
additional
one.
I have an
iPad.
iPad.
We
It
have-
says transposing score, so I think it's the right one.
She might have updated it after
Okay.
you had. So don't stress. But let's take a look at it. Yay!
I put these.
Oh, interesting. Because I printed them out like hours.
I
ago.
specifically like waited because like I want to make sure I get the most up to date
Okay.
ones. I like
Cool.
looked at them online but didn't put them on here.
Cool.
It is 58.
Oh,
Okay, great. Here we go. So, okay, we have to start. Yay! Okay, great. So I'm gonna sit next to Seth.
No, I give you your seat. Sorry.
both like the MC at the event and also conducting and coaching everything at the same time. Thank you for your patience. I potentially deal with any sort of hiccups. Everyone can hear me okay? Great. Okay, so sort of to like minimize like the funny camera going back and forth, I have a stream that I will share with you that you'll be able to access after the fact. Go ahead and pop in the chat right now, and hopefully, so Sarah, who I will introduce you to shortly, is here assisting me today. She is a vocalist that works with my ensemble very regularly. She does a lot of opera with us. So the YouTube link, if you click it, it'll open a separate window. Hopefully has me doing stuff, which is quite fun. Do you see it all happening potentially? Yes. Okay, great. I don't know if it's going to be hi.
There's going to be a delay, right? Just so.
Okay, there's going to be just like of course a little bit of delay between the two. But the session's going to be recorded both audio and video, so you're going to have access to these files afterwards, which you can do whatever you wish with. So the purpose of the reading session is there's purposes, but as a composer, as you know, probably one of the most meaningful things that you guys get to do is to interact with musicians that recognize your pieces. And the best lessons you learn are going to be from writing something, not the figuring out how to write it better and more idiomatic for the instruments. So, the whole purpose of this session is not to create like the immortalized version of any of your pieces. It's for you to understand how to learn better how to write for some of these instruments, hear your ideas, and hopefully the stuff that you write, particularly idiomatic, things that you're going to be able to excerpt and use, and you're going to have huge chunks of your piece that are going to be very, very accurately represented. Obviously, we all went really like back and forth about a number of things. I sent you all very like heavily annotated scores and stuff like that. I have on my iPad your scores again, which I will show you some of the things that that need further specification that either you missed that I annotated initially, or that we both missed, and that the players have concerns, questions, or comments about. And the reason that we feel so strongly about engraving in the first place is because when you are not around, when you're not in the Zoom room, the thing that musicians have that allow us to replicate your music in the most accurate way possible is your engraving, your ideas that you have on the paper, right? So I'm very passionate about paper and the way engraving works. The Dunder Mifflin employee in a weird way, right? And so, in any case, there's going to be so much that I think you're going to be really, really pleased about. And the thing that I want you to do when you're not listening to your own piece, the thing that I want you to do is to figure out what things you want to borrow for your next composition. So whenever I was in your situation, I was always listening and thinking, wow, that ended up sounding really good. I'm going to do that next time. And figuring out what that is that sounds particularly good. And there's tons of spots in your pieces that do sound this way. So anyway, I'm going to shut my trap. This is, by the way, just before I go too far, Sarah's going to be here and helping me today. Part of the reason is because I'm probably going to be conducting your pieces, and Sarah will be helping like kind of coordinate the Zoom room. And if you have questions, comments, or concerns about your piece while we are going through them, the best thing that you can do is probably drop them in the chat, either directly to Sarah or to everyone else. So the way that this is going to go is we're going to give your piece a first initial read. And what we want to do is to get a feel for the larger sort of sense of the piece, the kind of tempo, and kind of just focus in on giving it a first kind of read and run through. If there's something that's tremendously wrong, please let us know. That is a great time to be like, the tempos are all wrong, conductor. That would be on me. The other thing that I can do, of course, is to, and I should have done this earlier, which is to change my audio settings here so that you, if you wish to, original sound for musicians, echo cancellation, stereo audio. Okay. Potentially, if you don't feel like toggling back and forth between the two, you might be able to hear us just fine in this room, but just know, you can hear me okay right now, yeah? Okay. Just know that like the audio quality that you get is going to be significantly better than it is on Zoom or on YouTube, okay? So,
And also,
yes.
it will be completely out of sync, so if you're listening to both, it's not gonna.
Oh yes, you can't listen to both at the same time. You must choose one or the other. Otherwise, you will encounter a lot of a phasing, which is a different piece
A new
entirely.
piece.
A new piece entirely. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is the order. Sarah's going to type the order and drop it into the chat after we start. We're off with Chloe's piece. Chloe, you're up first. And things that we can do again is I've got Chloe's piece up right here. Okay, wonderful. So you can like go through the scroll, yeah, as we're doing it. Very good. Okay, Chloe, I'm excited. All right.
Can they see us?
They can see you through this streaming. I'm sorry. And you're gonna probably want to mute yourself as well when we do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So when you go over to the other window, you can see the two instrumentalists that are there. Yes. So in the chat, check out the YouTube link. Otherwise, I'm going to have to turn around my computer entirely and show you. But Mara is on clarinet and bass clarinet. In fact, Mara, you can introduce yourself if you want to.
I'm Mara. Hi.
Okay, and then Genevieve is on double bass.
Genevieve on bass.
Can you hear everyone okay in the YouTube? Yeah?
Actually, I don't have the YouTube link. I don't think it appeared in my chat because
Oh, you were here late. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Sorry. It's totally fine. We're going to we're gonna copy this one more time. Oh, it is left. Oh no.
Okay,
It's like the history of all of our chats of all.
no, that's okay.
Okay. Very good. Sorry, there's a link and part of it. Okay. So go ahead and click on the link. Everyone should be good with the link though, yeah? Okay. Great. Wonderful. You'll see me on a different screen shortly. Turn our things on do not disturb mode.
Can I go ahead and mute?
Yes, of course. Okay.
also just FYI, the live is a little bit behind.
Yes, so the live and the Zoom are be a little different on speed, so just pick one for audio purposes, so you're not jumping back and forth, and then it'll all be synced up in the link, or in the post, right?
Later.
Okay.
Do we know about how long the latency is?
You know,
Like, are we talking
It
like a
can go-
minute or?
well, it won't be a minute, but it seems like it's built up right now.
Okay.
I think as the more computers we have, I think because Zoom is on, the more we're using computers,
Oh.
the more it slows everything
Oh,
down
I
in
see.
terms of the streaming.
Okay. Okay. Very good.
Let's see how it works, the first one, and if they
we'll try something different.
Just do the Zoom and then we'll just record it this end.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, hopefully you'll also be able to hear me decently okay through this microphone. But we're going to go ahead and give Chloe's piece a run through right now. Okay, so no conducting for me up until I catch you at 10. Measure 10. Okay. You okay? So sorry. No, for sure.
It was a trio.
It was a trio. It was a trio indeed. So based on how much sort of latency we are dealing with, one of the questions that I have for Chloe is going to be about sort of the experience of the very beginning, unless Chloe has any sort of comments, concerns, or questions for us. There's also your iPad real quick. So
We're getting a couple comments about glitchiness. Is the glitch on the live stream?
Yeah, it's the live stream. Yeah.
It's a live stream? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's kind of freezing.
okay, what should we do?
I'm not quite sure why, because this seems to be the right rate. They're going through, but somehow either as we're sending out or we prove that there's the cache is full, so it's kind of backing up and then it's glitching.
Do you want me to just like exit YouTube on my side of things? Do you think that will help?
Maybe you'll just have to do it with your Zoom, moving the computer around as you originally were going to do.
Oh, in terms of being able to, sure, okay.
For that, I mean, we're still recording, so they will get the good
Yeah,
recording.
you'll get the good recording. I guess the question is like the audio quality and stuff in terms of what we're going to hear from
It's
Zoom.
just not happening.
Okay, it's really glitchy?
Yeah.
Close piece is still running. Okay, so we're about, I think
Yeah, it's completely
live stream's
glitchy
about
right
a
now.
minute.
It's kind of
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it, like
So you need,
just happened at the start.
stand
It's
by,
just dry.
hold on, this will just take 1 moment. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to go here and then send this to Sarah. Genevieve, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know,
You're good.
just
Okay, so
dryness.
like Zoom audio is pretty decent. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do a quick test and see what happens.
And then can I connect to the internet?
Yes.
Okay, great. So while Sarah is doing that real quick, I want to,
Schools.
I am still screen
It's
sharing.
trading,
am I?
forest trading.
All lowers.
G, number 4.
Okay.
No,
I
trading
just
forest,
shared it with.
forest.
I know, it just
Yeah.
went away,
No,
it
of
just
course.
threw that off.
I'm still up there. Oh, it connected.
Yes, it worked. Okay. Alright. Did you text it
I just shared it with you.
Okay.
Okay, very good. So, very good. I'm hoping, can we do a quick sound check? Mara, would you mind playing?
Recording in progress.
How does it sound to you all? Sounds okay? Okay, it sounds better. Hold on. Why is your volume so
It like won't like let me go completely off.
Okay. You can use my headphones if you want to. Okay, if that's the case, it just while this is shared, I want to circle this for you, Chloe. This is very difficult, if not impossible, to read. Mostly because, and a lot of, a number of people's comments are gonna be the same ones that I've circled before. The issue is, and I wanna be really explicit about it, is we need to each portion of the beat is happening. And the double bass part, it is very difficult, if not impossible, to see where the beat is happening here. So what do you do when triplets cross the and of a measure? What you have to do is you have to break them off into triplets like this, right? And you're actually tying them together like this into 16th note triplets. So that's how you end up seeing them on the beats. Some of you is having a difficult time with this measure, and rightfully so, because it's really hard to see where beat 1, 2, 3, and 4 are in this measure. Okay, so it's quite fine, but if you want that one to be more rhythmically accurate, that's how you're gonna have to notate it. So, you're good? Oh, allow you to share, right? So I'm going to stop the share, and then you're going to share your screen so that you can show us this direction. when the live becomes a video, will it, no. There's not gonna be any glitches in the actual recording. This is all due to the, taxations that require streaming content of high quality. So this has nothing to do with the recording that you're about to get. Okay, so Chloe, do you have any, sort of questions, comments, concerns for us? Or do you wanna hear it once more?
Or do you want feedback on instrumental stuff?
Can you just hear it once more so I can hear it like in full and, cause like the choppiness and the,
Sure.
I was a bit.
Sure. Okay, let us see if that works, yes. You wanna try to put that in?
What's recording the audio of that or that?
Oh,
Not recording, just, I think
No, not
capturing.
recording, capturing.
Capturing.
What are you capturing, with your
Yes.
device?
I don't think I have the standard jack though.
Oh, you only have the, okay,
What is it?
The Seaport.
okay.
Adapter.
Okay, we're gonna
Go
try this, but be active and see, hopefully Chloe can hear everything here. So we're gonna try it one more time from the beginning. Okay, here we go.
double flats as A's in measure 28 and 30. And I would break the beam in measure 15 and 21, going into beat 4.
Okay, yeah.
That's it from me. Otherwise, it's beautiful. It's actually like otherwise really idiomatic and nice on clarinet. So good job.
So idiomatic is going to be like what the word of the day. The word of the day is idiomatic, and idiomatic means to write something that comes naturally to the instrument, something that fits nice for it, that sounds. It's what I call the shake and bake, which is like the sort of like the meal that comes in a box, sort of, right? The idea that like it requires little effort to sound super super good. So there's a lot of stuff that's very idiomatic in here, and then the stuff that is less idiomatic is the stuff that takes the time for the clarinetist or the double bassist for that matter time to prepare. So the section that you were talking about, Mara, is called the break of the clarinet, right? And we talked about that being that no man's land in the center of the staff. So clarinetists play lots of etudes to like get them to practice the stuff that's hard in the break, but it always presents challenges. Yes, let's give it another read. Yeah?
I don't want to eat up too much time. Can I have you just go for measure 12 so I can scoot it back to see if we can get a better camera shot while
Sure,
also
yeah.
maintaining good sound?
Yep.
I'm gonna see how far back I can go.
You want to do it from 12?
Yeah.
Just a
'Cause
sound
I-
check.
Yeah,
Quick
just a quick sound
Sure,
check. So I hear
quick
both
sound check.
instruments.
Okay, go
You
for
ready?
it, guys.
Is that
Okay.
a little out of the less in the shot?
That was perfect.
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
amazing,
Oh, that's what we
great. We
wanted.
get all the things that we want. I love it. Okay, we're gonna give it another read, and then Christabel, you're up next, so go ahead and pull up your score if you don't mind. Okay, here we go, from the top. Fantastic. I love the beginning especially. I'm gonna shower you all with compliments and stuff after we're done with the session and stuff, so I don't take up too much of your time, but nice work. Excellent. Okay, Christabel. Yee, very good. Happy composers, we love it. Christabel, you're up next. All right. We're gonna give it a read, drop notes as you have them. Excellent.
No page turns, I'm good.
Okay, good. Excellent.
pretty difficult or like not idiomatic, but
That's quite fine.
I was wondering, so in measure 9,
Yes.
could the bass try that like 1 octave down?
Yes, I think the bass can definitely do that 1 octave down. So
Awesome.
yeah, I think that there's like you notice that the color of the register changes a lot more
Yes.
in the upper, right? It's definitely a cool color, but it feels much more like stressed in the throat up there. And this is one of the things that like MIDI programs don't really show you is like the different kinds of timbres you get from the different ranges. So agreed, I think that will sound a lot better down the octave there for sure. So measure 9, and then do you want measure 10 where it's written, or do you want that also down the octave?
That can be down the octave too.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in both 9 and 10. Okay. Other,
And then
yes, go ahead.
could we also take it down the octave, measure 50? So that's like at the very end, and then like that whole line.
Measure 50. Yes. Yes. We can definitely. Okay. The other thing that I think would make, and I was pondering it, what would make this potentially easier to play, as you notice, you have a lot of small divisions of the notes, which is that's no problem. I think that the more beams you add to the bottom, generally the more complicated rhythms seem to at least come across. However, that's not to say that like 30-second notes and 64th notes are not allowed. They are completely allowed in pieces of music. I think that when I start to encounter small note values, and this is for everyone to pay attention to for sure, is that I usually try to make the measures a little bit smaller so that I can see where they're divided. So for example, and I'll